All right, so we have example 3, which is a lot more difficult but very, very important to learn. We're asked to find the value of the 7th term, and we're only given the 2nd term and the 5th term. Earlier, if we had the 1st term or the common ratio, we can find the value of any term. So let's begin. We can only use what's given. So we know that the value of the 2nd term is 24. Therefore, the value of the 2nd term is equal to the 1st term, which we don't know, times our common ratio, which we don't know, but we know that this is for the 2nd term, so it's 2 minus 1. We're just plugging what's given into this formula, and this is our result here. 24 equals 1st term times r, 2 minus 1, which is just r. Now we're going to isolate t1. The reason why is we're going to be using the 1st term, the value of that, to substitute. We're going to divide both sides by r, and we get t1 is equal to 24r. We're going to use this now to substitute it for the next equation. We know that the 5th term is equal to 3. We don't know our 1st term. We know that we don't know what r is, but we know that n was the 5th term that we're looking for, minus 1. So 3 here equals the 1st term. What we're going to do is we're going to substitute. Notice that the 1st term here is 24 over r. So we're just going to substitute. And I'm going to explain that again. We don't know the value of the 1st term, t1, but we know that we can substitute it for 24 over r. We can go ahead and simplify this. R is to the 4th term. Using some basic algebra, we have 24 now is to the r to the 3rd term because this gets canceled out, so there's only 3 r's on top. Goal is to find the common ratio, so divide 24 to both sides. We get 1/8, which is r cubed. Now we're going to cube root both sides, and we will end up with half equals r. So now we have r, but we would like to find the value of t1. So we're going to substitute r for half. We have 24 divided by half equals t1. Many of you can solve it any way you like. 24 divided by half or multiply by the reciprocal, and we get t equals 48. Now that we have t1 and r, we can plug it into this formula here. So t to the 7th power, the 7th term, equals the 1st term, which is 48, times r, which is now half, to the 7th term minus 1. And the rest is just algebra, which you will get as an answer 3/4. Your teacher may allow you to use your calculators, or you can just multiply half to the 6th term times 48, which you'll get 3/4. So the value of the 7th term is 3/4. So I'll review this one more time. We're looking for the value of the 7th term, and we're only given the 2nd term and the 5th term. We do not know the 1st term or the common ratio, so we have to use this. We plug it in, what's given, 24 equals the 1st term times r, and then n is the 2nd term minus 1. Then we simplify it. 24 equals t1, r is now to the 1st power. We're going to find the 1st term. isolate T1, divide R to both sides, and we're going to use 24 over R and replace T1 in our next equation. Our next equation, we're given this. So we're going to plug it in just like we did here. The value of the fifth term is 3. The first term, we don't know what it is. Common ratio, we don't know what it is, but we know we're looking for the fifth term, so 5 minus 1. We simplify it here, and we're substituting here. The first term, which we got here, was equal to 24. 24 over R, the first term was 24 over R that we're going to use to substitute here. We simplify R, 5 minus 1 is 4, R to the 4th power. You can reduce that to get R to the 3rd times 24. This is basic algebra, which you're isolating R. Divide 24 to both sides, cube root R, and you get R equals half. Now that we have the first term and our common ratio, we can easily plug it in to this formula, looking for the value of the 7th term. Okay, please review this video, and I'm going to show you example 4 in the next video.